It's that time where we bring to you the Gorgeous Woman Show, and I'm so excited. My name is Reverend Ruth Wamoyo, and as always, we bring to you wonderful guests, women that have been through experiences and overcome by the grace of God. And as they share their story with us, we are going to be inspired, encouraged, empowered, challenged, because that is the purpose of the show. And it's been an awesome time just having you watch us and listen to us. We appreciate your feedback from all over. Some of you from Kenya, outside Kenya, telling us how Gorgeous Woman is impacting you only on CTN TV. And as always, I've brought to you a young guest, a youthful lady that has been through an experience. You will not even believe it. And don't touch that dial as she shares her story. So karibu sana, Irene.
Thank you so much.
Could you introduce yourself to us? Tell us who Irene is.
Oh yes, my name is Irene Modoni.
Yes.
I come from Maua.
Yes.
But currently I'm in Kasarani. That's where I stay with my sister. We have a daycare.
Okay.
I am so born again. I
Amen.
love Jesus as my personal savior and my best friend.
Amen.
I go to Nairobi Revival Center.
Yeah.
It's in Molem.
It's in Molem.
Yes, it's in Molem.
Great. So what is your background? How did you grow up? What number are you in the family among your siblings?
Okay, I come from a family of 5 kids.
Yes.
So we are 4 girls and 1 boy. I'm the second born.
Yes.
And growing up has been interesting.
Yes.
Because now my mother and my father, they are both teachers.
Yes.
But as I grew up feeling a bit secluded by my father somehow.
Yeah.
So I felt as if somehow he doesn't appreciate me so much.
Okay.
So that has led to most of my things that have come in my life.
Why did you feel that way? Or is there anything that he did that made you feel that way?
Yes, somehow. Okay, like for example, when we have normal daily chores, he would give me some chores that are out of place. Let's say he could say maybe go and take care of the cows and go and do other boy things.
Wow.
You see, and I'm also a girl. So there are other girls, but the way he secluded me somehow, and then he never appreciated whatever I did.
Okay.
So in the process now I grew up not so comfortable.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, but finally you're here.
Finally I'm here.
But that's the foundation of your story.
Yes, that's the foundation of my story.
Wow, your story, our viewers, I can't wait to hear her story, and definitely don't touch that dial as we hear that story. So you said you're born again. How long ago were you born again?
I was born again in October 2017, so that's basically like 1 year and a few months.
Yeah.
Yes, so before then, I never knew Jesus. I never knew salvation. It was just a religion.
Yeah.
Like you wake up on Sunday morning, you go to church and come back
Yeah.
the normal way. I never had a relationship with God. But since I was born again in 2017, I have seen marvelous things.
Amen.
Yes, my life has really
You're
changed.
joyful, confident.
Yes, at peace.
Yes.
Yes.
So where did you go to school?
I went to school in primary school was in Nyambene Wesley. It's in Maua.
Yeah.
And then I went to Yororo Girls. In,
where is that?
Kobo.
Oh, Yororo Girls. That's
Yororo.
Yororo, that's a nice name.
Yororo Girls, it's in Kobo. And then I went to Chuka University. Yes.
So what did you study?
I did a Bachelor of Education in Arts.
Wow, just like your parents.
Yes.
You became a teacher.
Yes, like my parents.
How beautiful. So are you teaching anywhere?
Yes, okay, now I'm not teaching currently.
Yeah.
But I was teaching in Kiambu last year.
Yeah.
But now I took a break.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Our viewer, just after the break, you're going to hear her story. Don't touch that dial. It's a story of recovery from alcoholism, you know, a personality disorder, all those kind of things. And you'll be surprised to see how salvation can transform the life of a person and ground somebody again. See you after the break. Yeah, so that's the story of your life that you became a teacher. Is it that you became a teacher by choice? Because I've heard many people say that they chose a career not because of them, but because of their parents.
Okay, basically mine is not by being forced.
Yeah.
It was like my second option.
Okay.
My first option was hospitality, but then I took English and literature because I loved it also.
Okay.
It was in my blood.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So
it's always English and literature. That's quite a good combination.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a choice. It's my love.
Okay.
I love it.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell us about your story. You are struggling with borderline personality disorder. So how did it begin and how was it discovered?
Okay, so the first time I began noticing that something is going wrong with me was when I was in a campus, that is in first year.
Yes.
So before I came to campus, I had finished Form 4 early in 2010, and then I joined campus in 2013. So you realize I stayed home for 2 good years.
Why was that?
So in the 2 years, okay, my dad had so many reasons of not taking me to school. So I was praying and convincing him to take me to school. And finally, my mother made a move to take me to school. So within the 2 years, I came through so many conflicts with him. From him accusing me of selling his livestock and stuff.
Wow.
So many things. So within the 2 years, actually that's when now this personality disorder grew. Maybe it was there but suppressed, but then it grew within these 2 years. And when I joined first year, now it became intense. Now,
okay, let me, before we go forward, so when your father was saying you sold his livestock, is it something that you could prove, or it was just something that was out of this world?
It was just an accusation, you see. Yes, I don't know what made him say that, but basically we've had so many conflicts with him ever since.
Well, is he an alcoholic?
No, he's just, okay, he's a teacher, he doesn't drink.
Yeah.
So I never really understood why this problem with me and him came from. So in first year, that's when I began seeing things go wrong. From me thinking of killing myself, from now secluding myself from other people, not liking to go out and have fun with people. So I used to go to class and go back to the hostel. And then when I didn't have money, or when I didn't have food, or when I didn't have something I liked, then I would think of killing myself.
Wow.
Yes, and actually one time I told my father that I will kill myself and say it's you who has killed me.
Oh my God.
Yes, so when
how did he react?
Now that is the time now he got touched, and he really realized that this my daughter, there's something going wrong with him, with her. So he started changing gradually. But I guess it was too late for me. It had already happened.
Is there any intervention that you encountered from your mother?
Yes, she tried. She was defending me at all times, but whenever she came through for me, then my dad would come against now me and my mom combined. Yes, so he would say that she's influencing me to rebel against him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so whenever my mom came through for me, then my dad would be against us, the two of us.
Wow.
So when he realized that I want to kill myself, then now he started coming.
Was it in a confrontation or?
It was in a text.
Okay.
Yes, so I texted him, and then after that, now other things started flowing, that I would actually idealize and devalue people at a very fast rate. For example, if I have a friend, I would love you this minute. I would see you as a god. Hauna makosa. You're just there. And then you do something very simple, like let's say you would refuse to return my call, and then I would hate you, see you as trash. It's only within a few minutes. So I would devalue and actualize people, and I would also be very reckless. The way I talk, the way I behave, the things I do, I would be very reckless without caring about the consequences. For example, I would go and spend my school fees, let's say. I would go and enjoy every other thing that I was being given. And then the following day, napata, I don't even have food. Because the previous day, maybe I went and bought some clothes and some useless things with my school fees and stuff. So when this thing now began growing in me, I decided to seek help. But before I sought help, the things I used to do, I got into drugs. And then now you see, these are the things that would give me the satisfaction and the peace from my heart. Because now other times I was so devastated, I was so stressed, you see. I wanted everything that would lift up my spirit, but I couldn't get it.
Wow.
So I ventured into drugs. I became an alcoholic.
How did you get into that?
Okay, the first time I got into alcohol, there was a friend that invited me and told me, okay, I did dance. I was dancing in campus.
Oh, what kind of dancing?
I used to dance kizomba, salsa, and bachata.
Okay.
So when the first time when we went to a club for dancing, now that was the first time I began drinking.
And that was your first time to go to a club?
Yes.
Okay.
It was my first time.
Wow.
So I went to the club, and the friend, okay, there were many friends. We had I had a best friend, a girl, and some other boys. So I took alcohol and I danced, of course, what happens in clubs.
Yeah.
And people appreciated.
Wow.
So I was like, wow, these people can appreciate me. I thought I'm nothing. You see, my self-esteem was down. I used to see myself not beautiful. I was the most ugly person on this earth, according to me.
Wow.
I never loved myself at all. So when that day came and I danced in a club, I was drunk and people clapped. Now it was like a turnover of my life. So it became my lifestyle. I would drink and dance. Drink and dance, perform in clubs, perform in concerts. And whenever I performed, I felt, I don't know, there's this jovial mood.
You felt affirmed and appreciated.
Yes. But the moment I go to my room, then I would be so empty again.
Wow.
I would be super empty. So my happiness and my peace came from the applause of the crowd.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm not being applauded, then I was nothing at all. Kabisa.
Wow.
So that thing went on and on and on. So gradually I graduated from just alcohol and I went now to other drugs, weed and shisha and hizo vitu zingine zote.
Yeah.
So with time it became like a lifestyle for me. Like partying and doing drugs. In my house you would come and after every meal I'm taking some drink.
Was it would you say it was out of peer pressure that all these things came, or is it that you made a decision to go into that?
Okay, initially it was because now my friends took me there.
Yeah.
But I realized that this thing made me happy at that time. So now I took it as me.
Oh, I get you. Wow.
So after I took it, actually I was the one who was influencing others now.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So it was that bad for me. It became like a lifestyle for me.
Was it daily? Was it weekly?
Okay, let me say weekly.
Okay.
Because mostly it was on weekends.
Fridays, yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, so you never even used to go to church?
No, for what now? I didn't know anything about God.
Was church that so bad that you went there?
So bad for me.
Wow.
Yes. So I never went to church the whole of that time. The only time I used to go to church was during holidays. That is April, August and December when I went home. So my mom would say, wake up and go to church.
And she never noticed that something is amiss?
She'd never noticed. So there was one time that actually my dad made me happy. So it came to be, there was an event. So I didn't know where we were going. So we just got into the school bus, that is Chuka University, and we went to perform. It was an event in Meru. So apparently in the audience, there was my uncle, who is a pastor, and some other women from my home church. They were in the audience. And there was no way I could escape that performance. So I danced and they saw. So they went and told my dad. So that was the time my dad warned me not to do those things ever
What
again.
kind of dance was it?
It was a salsa dance and kizomba. And you know those dances are somehow erotic.
Yeah, very erotic.
Yes.
Yeah, but you were dressed okay?
Not really.
Not really. So it was not anything that you would wish your pastor would see?
No, actually I tried to go away from the performance, but they said, no, we've carried you this far, you are a lead dancer, you have to dance.
So it's something officially that was being done by the campus?
Yes,
okay.
It was a dance crew.
Okay.
Yes, a salsa dance crew, so I became so good in it, so I used to go to those places. So that time he said that I should never dance again. I refused. And I continued dancing. So
did he tell you directly, or he sent your uncle?
No, he told me directly. He called me home actually. He told me to come home from school, and then he told me. But that thing had become so part of me. I couldn't leave it. However much I wanted to, I couldn't leave it. So I continued with the dance and the drinking and the having fun. And eventually it came to a point where now my head was like, I was going out of my mind. I could go out of my house at 2 a.m. I'm walking in the streets. I don't even know where I'm going. Just walking in the streets, and then I come back. It came to a point where if, now because I had friends, of course friends who are there in the campus. So whenever this friend now would disappoint me, I would feel so down. It's like it's the end of my world, kabisa. So I would cry. I would do all the silly stuff. I used to get money from men and use it recklessly like that. I would just walk out and let's say come back with a TV just like that, with money that wasn't meant for it.
Well, had you rented a room or?
Yes.
Okay.
So I had my own room, and okay, I had furnished it, and those people, when they come in and they press the room, now I felt, now the places where I used to draw my happiness and my peace from
is approval by people.
Yes, approval by people, and nothing about me.
Wow.
So if you asked me to say something positive about myself, I had nothing to say.
Wow.
I would just say I'm ugly, I have fat legs, as in just negativity things, just negative things.
Wow.
So I really hated myself. Even when people said I'm beautiful, I would wonder, what do you mean? What do you mean? So it grew on and on and on and on, until now it was time for me to start to look for help.
Wow. What an inspiring story from a young lady. She's very young, comparatively. She's below 30, and of course, when you hear her age, you can tell she's been through so much. But by the grace of God, she has overcome. So just stay put as you hear the next phase of her story, because it's getting better as we dig deeper into her story. But above all, giving glory to God, because He can transform anybody. Doesn't matter what is happening around you, God can turn it around for your good. It's the Gorgeous Woman Show on CTN TV, where you only get such kind of guests. See you after the break. Welcome back, our viewer. And it's again the Gorgeous Woman Show, and my guest is Irene Muthoni. She has a story of dealing with a personality disorder, alcoholism, reckless living in her campus life. But above all, her story ends well, and we are continuing with her story. And Irene, we stopped at where you said that it came to a place where you wanted to be validated by people, and when they didn't validate you, it came to a place where even at night you'd walk out and go in the roam around in the streets at night. And at that point, that is when you knew you needed help.
Yes.
So where did you go from there?
Okay, so after now I realized that I'm going like out of my mind somehow. I decided to look help in from the head of guidance and counseling in Chuka University at that time.
Is there nobody in your among your friends or among your peers who could tell you that something is out of order?
Yes. I had a friend, a best friend who was a girl by that time, and she used to tell me, Irene, how do you behave like this? Why do you behave like this? Like to you, when I don't put a full stop in my text, it's like a mountain. You behave as if I haven't given new air to breathe, you see.
Oh, wow. And it's only a full stop.
Yes, and it's only a full stop. It's only a comma that she didn't put in a text.
Wow.
And I act as if she has killed a person, you see.
Wow.
So I used to magnify everything and have everything. There is nothing that seemed small to me.
And as a result, you lost friends as well.
Yes, I lost friends, so many of them. And I couldn't let go of her. So she was the only person who stuck with me.
Wow. What is her name?
She's Doris.
Oh, she's still your friend till today?
Yes, till today.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yes, so Doris would tell me, Irene, you're acting very weird. Yes, why do you act as if something is out of the way? It's just a small thing, you see. And I would tell her, you have to do this and you have to do this.
Oh my goodness.
So now when I saw her drifting away, I was so afraid to lose her.
Wow.
So I told her, okay, it's okay, then I'll look for help.
Wow.
So I went to this, his name is Dr. Kanga. He used to be head of guidance and counseling in Chuka University at that time. So I went and told him, I didn't know it's borderline personality disorder by that time. So I narrated my story and I told him, and then he told me, go slow. Like, tell me first about your family, tell me how you grew up. And the first session, of course, was to introduce myself.
Yourself,
Yes. So when I went to my room that evening, I Googled. And I Googled the things that I used to feel.
Mr. Google. And you know, Google always tell you what you want to hear.
Yes.
And sometimes not always very good.
Yes. Sometimes not very good. So I wrote, why do I feel down most times? And I Googled that. So many things came, I ignored them. I closed my phone and went for the second session. So I talked with him and he told me there are personality disorders which develop as a result of this and that. So in the process, he confirmed that I have borderline personality disorder, which is a disorder close to bipolar. Where I just I'm not emotionally stable. Kabisa. So at one time I'm feeling like this. After 2 seconds I'm here. After other 3 seconds I'm there. You see?
Well, that used to be those roller coaster feelings.
Yes.
It used to be the way you felt.
Yes.
Okay.
That is how I used to feel. So today you give me a pen. I love it with all my heart. After 2 seconds I threw it away. I never used to be stable at all.
Wow.
So I began now the sessions with him. So I used to go, he would talk to me, and then I go home, I try what he told me for like 2 days, I'm back again.
So what were the kind of therapy, what kind of therapy were you given?
Okay, the therapy I was given is just, let's say, a talking and a kind of an advice. Because now he told me if it was bipolar or if it had gone extreme, I would require some drugs. But now he said mine wasn't at that level.
You needed talking therapy.
Yes, so it's just talking. So he would talk to me and give me tips and how to handle things. Maybe switch off the phone, or when I see somebody texting, I block them or something. You see. So
like for instance, when you are to deal with your text, and you are supposed to see the commas and supposed to see the dots, everything. So how did he train you? Because there's somebody watching us and probably they are going through that, or they've been diagnosed, and it's an encouragement for them, or they are not even aware. So what kind of practices or what kind of exercises were you doing to calm you down?
So one of the most important exercise that he encouraged me to do is text less often. Because now I would text you one text, and then I wait after 2 seconds, you've not replied, I follow you with another one. I wait 1 minute, you've not replied, I follow you with another one. Then I start calling you, why are you not seeing my text? You're ignoring me. And then I start hurling insults at you. So he trained me, whenever I text somebody, take at least 3 hours. Before
that was quite an exercise for you.
Before following with another one. And then I would struggle. I would literally look at the phone at 3 hours over, so that I can text you again. So I graduated from 3 hours, I went to 5 hours, until now I was able to do 1 day. one day without
And
texting
you never felt the anxiety
I didn't feel.
Yeah.
So the first one was for the text and calls, which went really well. So I never used to follow up the text.
Yeah.
And then I was also able to control myself with how you reply.
Yeah.
Because normally when somebody would reply, let's say with okay, for
Yeah.
okay.
Oh my goodness, that will set you off.
Hey,
yeah.
I would now start insulting you first.
Why didn't you complete?
Why didn't you complete the sentence?
Oh,
why didn't you see?
My goodness.
Those kind of things. And then literally, okay, with time, I was now able to control my texting and my calls. So I realized I was able to keep some friends.
Oh, great.
Through that.
Oh, yeah.
And he also trained me not to be so desperate.
Oh, yeah.
For people to approve me. So he told me, if you can drop the dancing.
Yeah.
First.
Oh my.
Now because I used to draw my happiness from the applause.
Yeah.
So he told me, if you can drop the dancing first,
yeah.
search yourself.
Yeah, stop the external stimulation and now begin to look inward.
From inside.
Oh my goodness, that was tough.
That was now a blow.
Yes.
It was a blow for me.
Yeah.
But actually, it was helped by me going for teaching practice. You know, now teaching practice, I don't perform, I don't dance.
Yeah.
I'm in teaching now.
Yes.
So I decided now to come back, to leave the dancing kidogo, and then I started searching myself. So by the time I was coming from teaching practice, remember for 3 months I had no interaction with him.
Yeah.
So I came back fully loaded again.
Oh my goodness. Now because I can imagine you're dealing with students.
Yes. So the alcoholism is back.
Wow.
I'm being told now you train music, dances. So you see I'm back again, and the therapy is kind of fading away. Wow. Because now I was from 2015 January, that's when I started now the therapy. Wow. And then I went to teaching practice in a second term. That is in May.
In 2015?
Yes, in 2015. So by the time I came back in September, it was kind of wearing off. Okay. So I began again for a few months, and then I completed campus. So after completing campus, remember now, after the therapy now, I don't know what used to happen. After I go for therapy and I leave that room, it's like now it has come back again.
Wow.
So I went out. I had no access of him, Dr. Kanga, so I was by myself. And outside here, when I was now working, I decided now to go for therapy somewhere else. Okay. Because now I can't access him. I'm no longer a student, so I cannot go there for free. So I have to look for somebody. And the cheapest session I could get here was 2,000 for 30 minutes.
Wow, yeah.
So I couldn't afford that at all. So I decided, okay, after now seeing I couldn't afford 2,000, of course, for 30 minutes, I decided to do away with them and stay like that.
Wow. So, were your parents aware that you were going through therapy?
Yes. My mom was aware, but my dad wasn't. My mom was aware, and she didn't think it's something very big or important. So she thought it's just the normal
teenage crisis.
Yeah.
And it never occurred to her that you were going deeper into addiction, or probably when you went home, you tidied up.
Yes. So she never noted anything, actually.
Wow.
She never noted anything. The minute I told her that I'm going through therapy, she was like, therapy about what? And I told her this is what I've been going through, and she didn't think it's something big. Okay, I didn't give her the details. So I just told her juju. Yeah, I know. So she never took so much importance in it. So actually nobody in my family knew that I was really going deep. Wow. So I was the only one who now decided to seek help. So even in this one where I was being charged 2,000, I never told anyone that I had gone to look for somebody to help me outside school. So after now I couldn't afford that. I continued now with the addictions, with the drugs, with the...
And now that you are working,
yes,
you are financially empowered to do it.
Yes.
So how much of your salary would go to, like, to those habits and that lifestyle?
Actually, what happened, when my salary comes in, I would spend it, and then by the second week, I'm done. Then now I start getting loans.
Oh my goodness.
So in my house, sorry, you would get, let's say I have like 5 varieties of alcohol, mapombe. And then after now meals, I would take something.
Wow.
And then I would also do a lot of chocolates and sweets and a lot of useless things. So I never had financial stability because I used to use it all. Wow. On all those things, and then I would remain like that.
Wow.
Nothing on me.
Wow.
Yes.
And my heart is curious. Didn't you ever have a boyfriend or?
Yes. So yes, I did.
Yeah.
I had a boyfriend,
yeah.
but weirdly, they never stayed because now of my habits.
Yeah, definitely.
I would wake up and say it's over.
Oh my God.
And there is nothing you can do. It's over. And then I wake up another day.
Maybe because they wrote a text you didn't like.
Yes.
Wow.
Maybe because they didn't do something I asked them. Maybe because they didn't return my call. So I would wake up and say, it's over. So today, I might notice. You'd never notice. You'd never see it going that road. So today, maybe we go on a date. We go and have fun somewhere. And we are loving each other completely. And then tomorrow in the morning when we wake up, I tell you, no.
Well, so definitely you wouldn't keep one.
Yes, I wouldn't keep one.
I know.
So I went on one after the other, small mistake, I'm done with you.
Wow.
See? And then they also would, some of them would also be pissed off with me.
Of course.
Yes. So for example, I want you to call me every time. I want you to text me every time. Of course not.
Oh yeah, you were too demanding. Yeah,
yes.
I know.
I was so demanding. I wanted to go to places with them. Some of the places they cannot even go. Let's say clubs. I want you to take me clubbing like every Friday, let's say.
Wow.
I want you to connect me somewhere I can do a concert. Wow. A secular concert. You cannot do that. Yeah. So I was super demanding and I couldn't keep them.
Okay.
So I had so many of them at that particular time.
Wow, until now you decided enough, you don't want don't want any therapy.
Yes.
So we get to that point in the next segment where you found help.
Yes.
Because and we are not saying that therapy didn't work. It's only that probably you couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
And had temporary relief, but Jesus, of course, has the greatest reward in life.
Yes.
Amen. My viewer, we are enjoying the story of Irene Nganga, recovery from a borderline personality disorder, and of course that she has given us what it made her do, but eventually we are just about to hear how the Lord delivered her. See you after the break. Yeah, welcome back, Irene. Such an inspiring story. So when you could not afford now therapy, that you're out of Chuka University, what step did you take? So
I was working in Kandara.
Yeah.
When I was now looking for therapy and I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
I was working in a school in Kandara. So I decided to ask a friend. There was a teacher we were teaching with here. She was in the Department of English like me. So I had come to a point now of another breakdown.
Yeah.
So I decided, let me just talk it out so that even when I kill myself, somebody will be knowing.
Wow.
Yes, so I went and called her and I told her this is what is happening to me. I'm not able to keep money. I'm not able to live. Basically, I'm not able to live. I'm not happy.
Yeah.
You see? And she asked me, do you go to church? And I laughed because I've never gone to church.
Wow.
So I told her, that was in September 2017. And I told her the last time I went to church was in April. Wow. So actually the whole year I had gone to church only 2 times. So I told her I went to church last in April.
Yeah.
And she told me, do you know Jesus? And I said, yes, I have done CRE. So I know Jesus. And she told me, no, that is not what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, Jesus can save you from this thing.
Yeah.
He can deliver you. He can give you happiness.
Yeah.
He can make you love yourself. And I didn't understand. what she was saying. So I just laughed and I brushed it off, and I told her, please, this is not the kind of help I want right now. Just tell me something, give me something that can lift me up. And she told me, I'm giving you the best news.
Wow.
I'm giving you the best that you can ever get. So I went that evening and I thought about it. In the morning the following day, I told her, if this thing can really take me out of where I am, I'm willing to take it.
Wow.
Yes. So she told me, that is okay. So I'll bring you my laptop. She had a church laptop. So she brought me the laptop, and she opened a folder where she had preachings and videos of people getting delivered, people getting healed. And she told me, you watch those ones, build your faith, and then now you can see what Jesus can do. From the story of others, now you can see what Jesus can do for you. So she left me the laptop for 1 whole week.
How beautiful.
Yes. So I watched those videos over and over again. So I was like, even when I was watching them, there was a voice in me that was telling me, this is not real. People are pretending.
They're acting.
So I'm like, no, there is no way somebody can get saved. There is no way somebody can be delivered from, let's say, drug addiction, just like that. You see, this is just pretend. And she came and she asked me, how are the videos? And I said, they were okay, but some of them, they are not real. And she told me, no, you have to believe this is Jesus. And she gave me Bible verses. And she used to read for me the Bible. So by the time I went to receive Jesus, I had my faith built up.
Wow.
So she brought me up kidogo kidogo. And then finally she told me, on Friday, let's go to our church.
Wow.
And I asked her, do you go to church on Friday? And she told me, yes. We go to, that is a midweek service. I have never heard of midweek services. So I only knew it's Sunday from, let's say, 10 to 1. So she told me on Friday, let's go. And I said, it's okay. So she's the one who led me to the church, and I went. I never closed my eyes.
Of course.
I never sang. I was just like there, a statue.
What was going on in your mind at that time?
Now, what was going on in my mind was like, now these people, don't they have a life? You see?
And you already didn't have a life yourself.
And I didn't have a life. So in my mind, I was like, these people cannot be here on a Friday. You see? So even with the building of my faith, with the videos, there is still part of me that was reluctant, you see. So I stayed in the service. They did the praise and worship. I didn't sing. They did the preaching. So when the preacher was speaking, I wasn't listening to the message. I was looking, amevaa nini?
Oh,
how
my
is he
goodness.
Akuchana nywele.
Oh,
you see,
goodness.
those kind of things. I never listened to the message. So when it came to prayer now, the mass prayer, he called me. I ignored him. He called me again. I didn't go to him.
By name or just came to you?
No, he just, the first time he pointed at me. The lady with the blue top came. I refused and I ignored. So the second time he sent an usher to come and get me. I refused. And then he gave up on me. And then now this lady, her name is Joyce, the one who had
introduced you,
Yes. So she came and told me. Okay, actually, before he called me, I wanted to go out. So the moment I heard them praying, it was like something hit my heart, kind of a lightning thing. The way you feel butterflies in your stomach, like that. So I wanted to run away. And Joyce came and told me, you don't go out. I'll stay with you. Don't be scared. We just pray. It's just a prayer. You know, now for me, we used to go to Methodist at home. So we never had that intensive prayer. So that one now scared me off. And I wanted to run away out of church. And she told me, don't go, just stay. So when now the pastor saw that I wanted to go away, now he now called me. So afterwards now she told me, you said you want to receive Jesus. Why do you want to run away? And I told her, we can go, I will receive him in my house.
Wow.
I told her I don't want to be in church. We can just go to the house. You can just tell me how I will receive him, and then I will receive him in my house. I thought Jesus is omnipresent. He's off everywhere. So.
How convenient.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she told me, it's okay, but let's just stay here. We go to the prayer line, you receive Jesus, and then you go home. And I said, no one is praying for me. No one is laying hands on me.
Wow.
And she told me it's okay, that let's then stand here. I gave her a very hard time, but I really thank God that he gave her the grace to
stand by you.
Yes, at that particular moment, because I would have left it all in my life now. I would not be here now. So she told me everyone goes to the prayer line to get blessed. So she held my hand and we went to the prayer line. And the last thing I heard was the pastor asking me, can I pray for you? And I said yes. Then after that, I don't know what happened to me. I just saw blackout. I just saw, it's like something left me. It's like
a darkness.
Yes, a darkness or a heaviness that I cannot explain. It left me. I now felt so free. I felt so light, you see. So after he prayed for me, now he called me to sit with him, and he asked me, what is your name? And I said my name. Are you born again? I said, born again means what? It means what? And he said, receiving Jesus. And you see now the procedure. And I said, I would like to be born again.
So and what happened after that? So after you got born again? After
I got born again now, this lady took me to the house, to her house, and she taught me the basics of Christianity, from how to pray, from how to read the Bible, from how to fast, from how to do things the Christian way. And she also told me that I have to drop everything secular.
Oh yeah.
So I was not so sure I would make it.
Yes.
But weirdly, that particular day when I got born again, my phone crashed.
Oh, goodness.
My phone crashed. Everything got lost. From the movies, from the dances, from the songs, everything disappeared. So it was a new beginning for me.
Amen.
It was a new beginning for me. I now began life in Christ.
So, and those, the symptoms, everything has disappeared for how long?
For now.
Yeah.
Since you got born again. Yes.
It's 1.5 years.
1.5 years.
And those thoughts of suicide are no longer there.
Never there.
The desire to be, drunk and all that is no longer there.
It's no longer there.
Isn't it amazing how Jesus is?
Super amazing.
Amen.
It's so amazing because right now I don't feel, even if you present to me now a drink, I can never take it.
Wow.
Not because I don't, it's just something that left me.
It left
the
you.
Secular life. Even if you told me there is a concert that is paying $1 million, I would tell you, no, thank you. I have
And
Jesus.
How is your relationship with your dad now?
It's okay, kabisa.
It's okay.
Yes, it's like now God removed the bitterness from me.
Yeah.
And he made me understand others.
Wow.
So even if he says anything right now, I will still handle him with love.
Wow.
I can never talk to him rudely again.
Wow.
I can never ignore his calls again. You see? We are so okay. Actually, my relationship with other people right now
is far much better.
Yes, it's
you are easy to relate to, and the goodness about you is that you talk your heart out.
Yes.
You are honest.
Yes.
So I think that made it easy for people who are really truly touched by your case to work with you.
Yes.
And we would love to appreciate you as CTN family for sharing that story with us. Indeed, you've inspired someone, and in case they were going through a difficult moment, there's one thing I've learned from your story, and I believe our viewers can agree with me, that no matter what is happening, keep talking.
Yes.
Don't keep quiet.
Yes.
Keep talking.
Yes.
Talk anyhow. Don't keep quiet, because when
course.
you keep quiet, you will die.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think we must commend you for that.
Wow.
You're a bold young lady that is standing out, and I believe God will use you for a greater cause.
Amen.
Amen. Our viewer, my goodness, what a powerful testimony from Irene, that even what a doctor cannot handle, Jesus handled it. Just one prayer, because those who believe in the Lord, the Bible says, even if they're impossible mountains, they shall speak to them and they shall go. No matter the mountain you're facing right right now, speak to it and it shall come down in Jesus' name. From me, Reverend Ruth Wamoyo, and the CTN family, the team, we just want to wish you a happy time, and may God deliver you from everything that the enemy has placed against you. Goodbye for now.